Okay, that's great. So good afternoon, everyone. And or maybe it could be good morning in any place or whatever. I am so happy and I'm so honored to facilitate this session. And I am really happy that I am taking part in this session as well. And I wish also you will get what you want. And of course, there will be more and more and more improvement in everything we are doing. And I think you all agree that we are all learners. So I will start sharing my screen to my presentation. And here it is. Okay. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so okay. So as we all know that now the approaches to learning is taken, place in everywhere and in every school and in every place. And we all know that approaches to learning skills are very, really needed for everyone, not only for students, for everyone, and especially for students that they will carry them with, these skills, they will carry them with them in their futures. So what is the purpose of an ATL skill programs? There is only one purpose of ATL, is to improve student learning and to improve student learning performance in every possible way, because the essence of any school is, learning. And we as teachers are aiming through ATL to improve learning performance across the board in all subjects, skills, and disposition areas. We must do this through helping students to develop proficiency in a full array of the 21st century thinking and learning skills, and giving them opportunity to apply those skills to all their school subjects and in all other aspects of their life. ATL is all about focusing the student on factors to improve success that are in their control, helping students realize that ATL will give them more control over their own success is a good way to sell the idea to a student. And as we can see here, this photo, it shows the 5 skills all around the approaches to learning. How ATL are taught? ATL skills are all about designing the process of thinking and learning and make students improve the effectiveness of their learning, their motivation, resilience, and academic achievement. Teachers work on ATL program design and implementation with ATL in mind, using the 5 skills and its clusters, which are, what are the 5 skills of the ATL? We have so far communication, we have social, we have thinking, research, and the most important one, which is the self-management. Going to clusters. So what do we need actually to achieve with the communication skills is to have a good interaction. Through the social is the basic, or the most also important one, is the collaboration. Students will learn how to collaborate, how to work with the team. Thinking, it's divided into critical thinking skills, creative thinking skills, and at the end to transfer these skills with, to their future, to their life. Research, information literacy, the cluster information literacy skills and the media literacy skills, self-management, organization skills, affective skills, and reflection skills. The organization skills, which are, meant for the time management, for the student to be organized, to know what he wants or what she wants. Affective skills, which is really connected to the well-being of everyone. And the reflection skills. In every matter, in everything, we need to reflect to take the action needed. So how the skills will be developed? What are the actions that students should take, and how these skills will appear? Actually, it will be practiced by the exhibition, which is the end of year 6 in some schools, or in grade 5 in some schools. So actually in my school, the exhibition is in year 6. Practiced by the personal project, which is the end of actually year 10, or, maybe it could be also grade 10. Practice by the extended essay, the end of year 12, and the mastery, this is the end where by the time they leave the school, where the student will be able to master these skills. Third, communication skills. What are actually the communication skills needed in the MYP and in the DP? So this communication refers to the ability to effectively convey and receive information through various channels, both written and oral. In the context of the IB MYP and the IBDP, these skills are very crucial for students to, sorry, I have to admit, students to, express their idea and knowledge clearly and persuasively in different formats, such as essay, presentation, report, and creative writing. Second, to actively listen, which is really needed and which is really important for nowadays with our student, where we find the students who are not listen to the instruction or to what we ask them to do maybe, or what they are requested to do. You see, like sometimes students are in, but their mind in a different, place. So this actively listen, these skills, we should all work to achieve it properly. So actively listen and understand diverse perspectives in discussion, in group project, and interaction with peers and teachers. Students also should collaborate effectively within the team, contributing constructively and adapting their communication style to different audience. Engage in meaningful dialogue across culture and disciplines, appreciating diverse viewpoint and fostering understanding. Use language accurately and appropriately depending on the context and purpose of communication. Are we okay up to now? Is there any question? Is something like you want to clarify? Is everything fine? So it means everything is okay? Okay. So if then we said communication, then here I would like to give some example where or how the communication skills could be applied in the MYP or at the GP level. So it will be applied in the unit of inquiry projects, where the student research, analyze, and present their finding on various topics, requiring them to communicate their understanding in engaging and informative ways. Action cycle, students must communicate effectively when taking action to address real-world issues, collaborating with partners and advocating for their cause. Reflective practice, students should reflect on their communication strengths and weaknesses, setting goals for improvement and adapting their approaches in different situations. In the DP or at the DP level, through the internal assessment, where many subjects require students to write essay, report, or commentaries, testing their ability to present complex argument and evidence effectively. Through their oral presentation, where students deliver presentation on their research finding or creative project, showcasing their public speaking skills and ability to engage their audience. Group project, collaborative work in various subject domains, effective communication within teams, including active listening, debate, and consensus buildings. Interdisciplinary learning, communication skills are vital for connecting ideas and perspectives across different disciplines, leading to a deeper understanding of complex topics. Is that okay? Please, can I have some sign or maybe reaction or whatever? Are you okay up to now? Okay, so let me continue. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. So now, but I have some chat I want to see. Okay, let me admit, then to continue. Thank you so much. Then going to the social skills. What are the social skills which are encompass the ability to interact effectively and appropriately with others in diverse settings? In the MYP and IBGP, these skills are essentials for students to build and maintain positive relationship with peers, teachers, and community members, demonstrating empathy, respect, and cooperation, to contribute constructively to group work and collaborative projects by actively participating, sharing ideas, and resolving conflict constructively. Negotiate and compromise while acknowledging different perspectives and working toward common goals. Demonstrate leadership by inspiring and motivating others, taking initiative and delegating tasks effectively. Show cultural sensitivity and awareness and interactions with individuals from diverse backgrounds, celebrating differences and promoting inclusivity. Going to some examples at the MYP level. Students work collaboratively to address real-world issues, requiring them to interact with various stakeholders, negotiate partnership, and advocate for their cause effectively. Students explore different culture and perspective, developing empathy and respect for diversity through collaborative projects and discussions. Also through service learning, which really need the social skills, the collaboration, the teamwork, which are the service projects that provide opportunity for students to work together within communities, developing teamwork, communication, and leadership skills. At the IBDP level, collaborative work in various subjects demand effective communication within teams, also requiring skills such as active listening, negotiation, and conflict resolution. Extracurricular activities, participation in clubs, sports team, student councils offer opportunity for students to develop leadership skills, build relationships, and contribute to the school community. Also, interdisciplinary learning, sharing ideas and collaborating across discipline fosters cultural awareness and understanding as students encounter diverse perspectives and, perspectives. So, here in this slide, shall we have some, discussion or something? What are you doing in your school at this level? Is there something that you are doing or something you are not doing? Can we share just for 1 minute? Somebody want to please tell us? Anyone would like to share?
So I would like to share.
Yes.
So we are looking at ATL skills not only in the subject specific skills, because subject specific is very easy to do it. You look at the strands of the different objectives, and then you look at what skills can be taught in order to make sure that these strands are addressed. So that is easy to do. But what about the other skills like social skills, affective skills, mindfulness? What are we doing regarding this? Okay. And where do we teach those skills? So we do it as a school community. So when you look at mindfulness, about well-being, then we do have sessions for teachers, not only for students, but for teachers as well as for parents. And we invite them to come for a session where they can do a Zumba dance or they can have a yoga session. So this is done with the students, of course. Students during advisory and during wellness sessions, they do have. But then it is also carried forward with the school community. It's not just the students, but it is also how we can involve parents and teachers in this affective and, wellness. Yeah.
You know what you are saying now, Mrs. Ashika. I can see that also in our school we are having that, like at early morning during the homeroom time with the student, we have like 10 minutes of the mindfulness, and also we have a program where the student can express their feeling, so they can click like today I am angry, today I am calm, today I am happy. So which is called the Upstrive, application that we have in the software that we have in our school, where also the counselor will look at all this issue, and she is the one who can deal with the student problems if there is any. one of them. Also for the teachers, every Friday we have, as you are saying, like it could be, you know, not only Zumba, it's also yoga and many things. Also, we invite the PSA. They are also, you know, organizing some event for them, and within the school also community where they practice that. So it is, you know, as a triangle. It's the school and the parent and the student as well. It is just, yes, for the affective skills and everything. So yes, thank you so much for sharing that. And I can see, so what we are doing also, it's not only, you know, in one place, it is all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So now thinking skills. For me, I can say that thinking skills is, I don't know, it's the most difficult maybe skills that, you know, teacher and student are working with, because they are creative thinking, are, you know, like, you know, critical thinking. So it is not something easy. And for also for the student to achieve or to have the mastery in this skills. So thinking skills refer to the cognitive abilities we use to process information, analyze situations, solve problems, and make sound decisions. So critically evaluate information from various sources, identifying biases, assumptions, and logical fallacies. Think creatively and generate new ideas by exploring different perspectives, brainstorming solutions, and challenging assumptions. Solve problem effectively by analyzing situation, identifying root causes, developing and implementing solution, and evaluating their effectiveness. Make informed decision by weighing evidence, considering consequences, and prioritizing values. Think metacognitively by reflecting on their own thinking processes, identifying strengths and weaknesses, and setting goals for improvement.
So here can you go to the previous slide?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So over here, where we say make informed decisions by weighing evidence, considering consequences, and prioritizing values, here, what I can think about is my principal always says that our school is not a no school. We don't say don't do this, don't do. We tell them, okay, if you do this, then what is the consequence because of your decision? Okay, so look at your consequences and then you take a decision, right? Whether you have to do that or not. So
Yes.
whether it is teasing someone or whether it is like having a bad habit or bullying people online. Okay, so we tell them that, okay, if you do it, then these are the consequences. This is what you will face. Now, still, if you have to go ahead and you want to experience it, go ahead.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah.
exactly. And also I want to add to that, it's exactly what you are saying. And we have, you know, also in our school, the core purpose value, which are the 5 service for everyone, greatness in everyone, you know, responsibility toward everyone. So, and what also we are trying to take this statement and relate them to the unit, you know, to our unit. Now the Zoom is telling me like it will end within 10 minutes. Then we will go back to the same link to redo it, right? To continue. Okay. So
also sorry,
yes.
Boudour, I want to add something. For me, I think critical thinking skills are much easier than
Yeah.
creative, where you have
Exactly.
innovation, new,
Exactly.
yeah, and about transfer of thinking skills. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
with critical thinking, it is very easy because you can use Bloom's taxonomy and you can look at, you know, the different levels of Bloom's. Okay, the
Right.
cognitive
Right.
skills of Bloom's, and then you can look at what are the activities that you can do for the different levels of Bloom, and what are the different strategies or tools that you can use, okay,
Exactly. Yes.
to go to the different levels of Bloom. So critical thinking is much easier than creative thinking.
Creative,
Creative
of
thinking.
course, of course, of course, of course, of course. So if we are coming also to the research skills, where also it is very important to make the student learn how to, gather the information, collecting the data on their own, like on a personal level. It's also very important nowadays in the 21st century to make the student, learning centered, not like the teacher who is giving everything to the student and offer it to them. So where the students that use the research skills is to encompass the ability to effectively gather, analyze, evaluate information to answer, where they formulate research questions that are focused, relevant, locate and access information from diverse sources, including academic databases, primary resources, and multimedia resources. Evaluate the credibility and trustworthiness of sources using established criteria and identifying potential biases or agenda. Analyze, synthesize, draw informed conclusions, use appropriate research methodology dependent on the subject and research question. Where also here the academic integrity or the academic honesty should also be, and the student should abide by. And now with the AI, what we have now in the AI, so students can, take the information, copy and paste. Also, they should know how to get the information from there, how to, making this information relevant to what they need, not only to do copy and paste information.
Yeah, and for this, I would like to add, I have put two links on the chat. So this is an information literacy model, because I'm married to a librarian, and the librarian is teaching those information literacy skills.
Yes.
So at my school, at my previous schools, we use the Big Six model.
Yes.
Okay, the Big Six model helps to go through the research process. So if the teacher librarian teaches this particular model, information literacy model, it becomes much easier for subject teachers. I know that as a science teacher, for my criteria D, strand 3 or 4, I'm not sure, I need to teach the different format in which all your resources are given, right? A bibliography.
Yes.
So it is a requirement that I teach my student and then I grade on it, right?
Yes.
Unless and until I teach, I cannot grade. But if you are not confident about teaching that, then you can take help from your teacher librarian and ask the teacher librarian to go through this Big Six model and then help, the students to understand how to do a bibliography.
Yes, that's great. Yeah. Good information. Somebody else would like to share? Okay.
Yeah,
So
people are writing on the chat, but they are not speaking.
yeah, I can see. So it is Mrs. or Miss or Mr. I don't know, Madrid Martinez Fernandez. Exactly. Even to use AI, the prompt need to be set correctly to get accurate information and also give a scientific support to the writing. We need to realize that using AI is more than copy paste. Yes. That's very, 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 very true. That's very true. Yeah, now students are, fully relying on the artificial intelligence. So anything you ask them to do, so just they go and, write what they want and they come and bring it. Okay, they are happy. Oh, fine. I found what you are asking me to do. So with these 4 minutes left before we continue, if we go to the self-management skills, which are, the most important one, actually, so is the skills that refer to the ability to effectively manage oneself, one's time, and set prioritized goals, organize and plan their work, manage their time effectively, which is very, very important. Practice self-motivation, monitor and reflect on their progress, maintain their physical and mental well-being, where they develop healthy habits and routines for sleep, exercise, and stress management to maximize their learning potential and overall sense of well-being. Where students now, playing games, spending time, during the night, they don't sleep well, they don't have enough hours of sleeping, where they come the second day to the school where they are tired, they are sleepy. So this is where we need, as as teachers, to focus on the self-management skills, where we can counsel the student, where we can advise the student to, follow this. How can we do that or make sure that these are, in place? So students plan and manage their individual contribution to group subject, requiring self-organization, time management, collaboration skills. Implementing effective solution to real-world issues demands the student to manage their time and resources wisely, prioritize tasks and adapt to changing circumstances, developing strategies for better managing their time, workload, and stress. For the DP student to be independent learning project, where students manage their own research timeline, data collection, and analysis, requiring strong self-motivation, organization, and time management skills. Internal assessment, meeting deadline for essays, report, project, effective time management and planning skills. Balancing academic work with extracurricular commitment demands efficient self-management and prioritizing skills. Also, the focus on personal well-being throughout the program encourages students to develop healthy habits and manage stress effectively. So now if we go the strategies for integration, how to integrate, how to do this ATL skills by explicit teaching, embedding ATL skills into subject-specific activities, using ATL skills to assess student learning, also to use the rubrics to assess this, skills, provide an opportunity for students to reflect on their ATL development, and creating a culture of lifelong learning. So I have here some, examples of every one of them. So how to do the explicit teaching of the ATL skills and how to use the ATL skills in subject-specific activity. And I think within this 1 minute, I can finish this before moving to the other. So for example, in an MYP science class, teachers dedicate a week to learning and practicing research skills where they introduce different research methods, discuss credible sources, guide students through the process of formulating research, question, gathering data, and evaluating evidence. So the importance of that is explicitly teaching ATL skills that equips the student with the tools and knowledge needed to apply them effectively across various subjects and scenarios that increase awareness of their importance and build confidence in using them. So also, and using the ATL and subject-specific activities, also the example in history class where students can analyze primary resources and importance of this one. So where the student to see their practical application in different contexts that strengthen understanding of the subject matter and encourage deeper engagement with the learning process. So I will stop here because I have less than 1 minute, I think. Then we will continue. It left with a few slides. So we'll continue from there. Are you okay? Again, that's good. Okay. So I am going to continue. We reach to this. Can you hear me, please? Is it okay? The sound is okay? Fine?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So we reach here, I think, right? Using ATL skills to assess student learning. Okay. So in the MYP art class, student self-management are assessed through their ability to manage their time effectively while completing a creative project. For example, these are all some examples. There are many, many more to assess the student learning. So their communication skills are evaluated through their presentation and explanation of their artistic choices. What is the importance of doing that? Is assessing student learning through ATL skills encourages holistic development and recognizes the value of these skills as crucial for academic success and future endeavors beyond specific subject knowledge. So provide number 4, provide an opportunity for reflection on ATL development. A student in an IB, course complete regular learning logs where they reflect on their use of ATL skills during project, assessment, and personal study. So they identify areas for improvement and set goals for further developments. Importance of that, where they reflect on this ATL development that foster metacognition and self-awareness, and empower students to take ownership of their learning and actively contribute to their personal growth. You know, as the IB, students have the voice, students have the choice. So these skills are very important for students to, develop their personal growth. So number 5 is we're creating a culture of lifelong learning. School organizes workshops, guest speakers, and mentorship programs focused on ATL skills development. So teachers model continuous learning by sharing their own strategies and actively seeking feedback on their teaching practices. What is the importance of that is to create a culture of lifelong learning around ATL skills extended beyond the classrooms and encourages continuous improvement, instilling a value for learning in students and promotes a growth mindset within the entire school communities. So we need to remember that effectively integrating ATL skills requires a well-rounded approach across the curriculum, assessments, and school culture, and prioritize and actively nurturing this skill. We can prepare a student for academic success and lifelong learning in a complex and ever-changing world. So what are the benefits of integrating ATL in the program? Is to improve academic performance, enhance critical thinking skills, increase self-confidence, better communication skills, stronger sense of responsibility, and greater preparedness for university and future careers. So now, actually, in our school, we are mapping the ATL across the programs from the PYP, the MYP through the DP. So what is the importance of mapping this ATL? So into the curriculum is incredibly important for several reasons. Coherence and consistency. Where integrating ATL skills throughout the curriculum ensures their consistent, development and application across different subjects. And I will show you an example of what we are doing. This reinforces their importance and helps the student connect and use them effectively in diverse contexts. Intentional design and purpose. So mapping the ATL explicitly helps educators plan and deliver learning experiences that deliberately also target specific skills based on subject matter and student needs. This leads to more focused and intentional instruction, maximizing the impact on ATL development. Number 3, where assessment, authenticity, and alignment. Where we map the ATL, it allows us for creating assessment that directly measures student progress in those skills. This alignment leads to more authentic and meaningful assessment that reflect not only subject knowledge, but also the crucial, transferable skills students are acquiring. Student empowerment and ownership, and collaboration and professional development. So the student empowerment ownership, so when students can clearly see the connection between ATL skills and their learning goal, that fosters a sense of empowerment and ownership on their development. This is the last one, the collaboration and professional. This mapping ATL skills foster collaboration among teachers within and across disciplines. They can share best practices during meetings, identify common challenges, and develop coordinated teaching strategies to integrate ATL skills effectively. This contributes to continuous professional development and ongoing improvement in curriculum design. So what are the ways to effectively map ATL into the curriculum? So we have first to identify the key ATL skills that are relevant to specific subjects, develop a framework that connect ATL skills to different levels of the curriculum, units, topics, lessons, create explicit learning experience that target specific ATL skills, utilize diverse teaching strategies such as inquiry-based learning, group project, and problem-solving activities to encourage the practical application of ATL skills, develop assessment tools that directly measure student progress in ATL skills, incorporating them into various assessment and feedback mechanisms, and provide opportunity for reflection where students can track their progress, identify area for improvement, and set goals for further development. Do you agree with me?
Yes, we are.
Any, like interfere in anything you want to add to that, anything? So that I don't feel like, what I am saying is, or I am talking too much. Okay. So this is an example of, the mapping, how we are doing that. So if we go, for example, to the communication skills, where the cluster is give, let's say, no, it's exchanging thought and messages, and the indicator is give and receive meaningful feedback. So or how we do that. So we took it as, can you see the image? Is it clear?
Not very clear. Can you just zoom it a little?
I'm trying, but I don't know how. I'm trying to do that. I take it to the
It's
full.
okay. It's okay.
I don't know if it could be more. So just for example, in the MYP, we have.
Will you be able to share the PowerPoint presentation?
Of course, I already shared it in the folder, that Mr. Vishal asked us to do. I don't know if
Okay.
I can share it with you, or maybe they can share it. I don't mind. I can do both, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. So for this, let's say the indicator, give and receive meaningful feedback. So we said we needed in the MYP, one, in the subject which is language acquisition. The unit title is keeping in touch. Then we choose some activities. Actually, we were using, and we are still using, the book of Lance King. I don't know if you are aware about him, or of course, everybody maybe know who is Lance King. And he has recently, like a software which called Lalatat, but unfortunately now it is down because, I don't know what, maybe they are doing some renovation, but the book is available for the MYP and the GP, where we are picking the exercises that relevant to each indicator. So in MYP, 2, we also needed, MYP 3, we needed, etc., for the language acquisition. Then we go to design. So this indicator is needed in every unit. And the task B3, where the student present their chosen design. And MYP2, they have it in unit 1. How far did we go? Also in design. So if you can see across the board from MYP1 to MYP2, so they choose this, let's say, indicator, and so on. So for each indicator, let's say for the communication skills, we have 10 indicators: give and receive meaningful feedback, use intercultural, understanding to interpret communication, etc. So all subjects, they choose which one they actually need. And at the end of that, we can collect the data, and we will look at this indicator is being, taught by language acquisition, by mathematics, by science, by. Then we can also identify which indicator left out, so that we can track the progress, and we can also discuss why this indicator is being left out, why is not being treated, or maybe it's been the teacher forget maybe to use it or whatever. So this is how we can track the ATL skills within the units. So I hope it helps, or my explanation is clear.
Yeah, very nice. What is the name of the book, if you don't mind?
Is it's called ATL through MYP. I can find, and you can look at what I did actually. This is the link for an example where I put it. I don't know if I can take it. I can take the link and post it on the chat. You can open it and see. So this is, for example, some example of.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, and I will put all this also in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. All these links of Lance King are very, very, very important. If you listen to them, and if you read them, or if you try to apply them, they are so beneficial. So these video channels, if you look at it, like it can explain everything, and it gives you the clear idea of how to teach the ATL, how to assess the ATL. So I will put all also these links in the chat that will be available for everyone. You know, this site, Learn, it has many things. It has resources, it has activities, it has, you know, frameworks for the ATL from Lanskings. It is very important. Okay, so it will help help you a lot. Finally, to ensure lifelong success, students need more than just subject knowledge. They need crucial tools for navigating and challenge the approach to learning. By explicitly mapping ATL skills into the curriculum, we connect classroom learning to real-world application, fostering critical thinking, effective communication, and self-management. Through intentional activities, reflection, and assessment, we empower students to take ownership of their development, building confidence and resilience for a future of continuous learning and impactful action. Let's make ATL skills the cornerstone of education, preparing our students to not just survive, but thrive in a complex and ever-changing world. By taking a structured and intentional approach to mapping ATL skills into the curriculum, we can ensure that students receive the necessary support and guidance to develop these crucial skills for success in academics and beyond. So I hope you benefit. I hope it was good. And if you have any question or if you like to share, we still have time. I would be more than happy to communicate and to discuss things with you. And I hope to know also your opinion about this presentation. How was it? What did you get? What benefit you get also of it? Anybody would like to?
Yeah, I think it's really informative. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. And sorry, was it long? Was it, you know, was there anything like you don't understand, or maybe like you felt it is not, you know, that important? Or I would be more than happy to know your opinion, please. So if there is something that we can improve in the future, you know, it's not, so please do not hesitate to share whatever you feel.
I think a lot from the examples of where we can incorporate the activities,
Yes,
especially in the extracurricular section, as
yes.
well as the ones for explicit teaching. Thank you.
Yes. And you know, now actually we are planning also to have this 30 minutes mini lessons to be also included into our curriculum or into our program, so that the student can benefit a lot of it for the explicit teaching of ATL, because ATL cannot be always, you know, taught implicitly, especially the self-management one. They really need to be explicitly taught.
Okay, in my school, that is the Aga Khan Academy, Nairobi, I have been given slots for ATL skills from MYP 1 up to MYP 5. So usually I have a session, maybe like 3 or 4 sessions with a particular year of MYP in a term, like maybe a minimum of 2 sessions in a term, but not every week, just maybe a minimum of 2 sessions with each set. Like we have 3 sets for every grade, some of them 4 sets, and I get to at least meet them for ATL skills individually like that.
That will be great. And if you can have the book of Lansking, it will be, you know, so much helpful for you, because for each skills, there are a lot of, you know, exercises that can be applied with the student, and the assessment and everything is there. So
that's the workbook, right?
Yes, the book. It's called ATL for MYP. It's Lansking. If you search for it,
I have the Lansking book, but I saw online, I think there's an activity book, there's a workbook for students.
Yes, that will be great. If you can just apply it with the student, it will be so beneficial.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we are actually using that, we are doing that, and the student benefit a lot. And it should be, you know, it's not like within one subject. ATL, it should be within the school community, like everybody should work with it hand in hand to, ensure that, ATL is taking place. We need to make sure that ATL is visible across the whole school, and we need to be consistent, and all teachers are speaking the same, way. Like not to say it in one class and not in another class. This teacher is focusing on ATL, another teacher is not. Okay, so is that fine? Anybody else would like to comment or to say something before we end?
I would like to say thank you very much for your explanation.
Thank you.
Actually, in my case, most of the time I struggle with the ATLs because I have been working like isolated. This idea of that you are sharing about ATLs being part of the school. I mean that everybody has to be in the same idea.
Yes.
Most of the time it's not applied. So that's why in my case, I have struggled a lot understanding ATLs. However, today, thank you very much. And I appreciate this very much because your explanation has been very clear. And now, I mean, I can understand better how I can apply the ATLs. I teach Spanish actually.
Yes.
So I mean, it's like, it's not only for I mean, it's not an isolated thing.
Yes.
It's something that we should work together. And thank you so much.
Thank you too. Look, actually, I am also a language acquisition teacher. I am the head of Department of Languages. I am the ATL coordinator, and I am language acquisition for also Arabic. So can you imagine how difficult to implement and integrate the ATL skills, which are in English or whatever, and to divert them into your subject, the Arabic as well. So, but if we as teachers, we have, the intention, and we have, this will to change, that everything will be fine. And we need also to instill that in the student. And I repeat and repeat and repeat. And from my experience, and we are all struggling with ATL, and I don't think like there is up to now any school or whatever that they are really excel in that, or they have this mastery, because it is not easy. It will take time. Really, it will take time. But once we know, I think everything will be fine.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you too, my dear. So I think the presentation will be shared to everyone. And also, I will write also, I don't know, maybe you will have my mail. If it's not, then I will put it in the chat, and I will be also more than happy to communicate with every one of you. Like, we can exchange idea, we can exchange opinion, and we can look at the implementation of the ATL in our schools, and that will be also, more than great. So I will put my mail in the chat.
Boudour, you seem to not be in the MYP DP ATL group, TAP group. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Where?
Are you in the WhatsApp group? I'm asking.
WhatsApp group? Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am. My name is Boudour.
Maybe if you share the presentation there as well, it could reach.
Yes, I will. Yeah. I will do certainly. No problem. I will do that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you too. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your presence. I really appreciate it. And, it gives me a lot of value. So somebody said it is, okay, I don't know, is it supposed to share the resource? Sorry for, no problem. I will share it through the WhatsApp. I will talk to Mrs. Ashika and Vishal as well to do that. So don't worry, I will do it. And if you want, you can maybe, I put my mail on the chat. You can also communicate with me, and I will be more than happy. Okay. So
hello, Ms. Boudour. I'm so sorry. I was sending the message. Yeah, yes. Because I can't see. I can't see your email clearly. Is it possible to share it again, please? As I said before, I joined late a little bit.
No problem. So I will put it again. Be Obeid @aris.edu.gh. Can you see it now?
Yep. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you too. So thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. And for more connection, more communication, and more collaboration.